All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to Whitetail Survival. Tonight, I wanted to go over another survival kit that I picked up, and I picked this one up off of eBay from a company called the Speedy Shipper, and this was their survival kit. I got a hold of him tonight to see if he was going to be making any more of these, and he said as of now he is not. So this is the last one that I seen on there, but this one has a lot of really cool stuff in it, so that's why I wanted to pick it up. But there's not going to be any link down there because he's not going to make any more. So this is actually how the kit came. It was in a mailing package, and then in this bag there were some spare items in here. This metal cooking tin, the lid, and this nice little note that has it's just a thanks basically for purchasing. So it's nice to know who you're getting it from. And then inside the bag, I'm guessing this stuff is spare. So here is 32 feet of Maritac 130-pound test cordage, and this is not real thick stuff, but it is very strong. So if I can find an end to it. Maybe. So eventually I'll find an end here, but as you can see, this stuff isn't super thick, but it has a 130-pound breaking strength. And then here we have some real fine like jute twine. And then here's a bobbin of sewing thread, and it's like OD green. So that's a lot of cordage just there and spare stuff. But here's the actual kit. Like I said, it is here in a cooking tin with a lid, and it's packed in there pretty good. So let's open this thing up here. And right off the bat, we might as well get this over with. This is a jet scream whistle, and these things are extremely loud. So let me take this out here real quick. And here is that jet scream whistle. Like I said, these are very loud. I'm going to give it a blow real quick. So that's not really blowing real hard, and it is extremely loud, especially inside the house here. So that's an awesome whistle. Moving on from there, here we have this is a knife sharpener, and this is a really fine like diamond coating, and that'd be nice to have out in the field just for honing up a blade. And it snaps into that container. Now you can probably sharpen hooks and whatnot with that, and you could honestly probably strike a match with that, I bet. And going on from there, here's a bigger item. This is an M40 micro survival tarp. This is a 4x8 plastic tarp. So this is a full 4 foot by 8 foot in this tiny little package. So let me take it out here. I'll just show you how small this really is. So this is how small that thing is. There's a 4x8 plastic sheet in here that will completely be covered by my hand. So I'm guessing this is like that plastic drop cloth thickness. So that's actually a pretty good item to see in here, especially that small. Now here is some water purification, and this is drops in the form of chlorine. So it says contains 5.5 sodium hypochlorite solution. So that's good. It tells you how much to use on there. Per pint, 2 drops per quart, 4 drops per half gallon, and 8 drops per gallon. And here are some directions that come with it. So we'll put that back in there. And then here we have a little small piece of parachute cord. And this could be used for a lanyard. It's only maybe if I can get a hold of it. So it's about so it's a little over 3 foot long. Here we have an expandable towel. This is a bigger one. Just drop some water on this and it expands out. And has a #1 fire starting source, just a regular Bic lighter, which is awesome to see. I would throw one of these in every single kit. And it's nice and orange so you can't lose it. And as we've seen before, here is a spool of 32 feet of that Maritac 130-pound test cordage. So there's another roll. And then actually here's another roll. So this kit came with 3 of these, but only 2 of them fit inside the kit. So there's 64 feet of cordage just right there without the paracord. Then here is another roll of that real thin jute twine style cordage. And there's a lot on here. I mean, that's a serious amount. And then here's another roll of that real heavy duty sewing thread. So, you know, there's probably 200 foot of cordage here, if not more. And all this stuff is fairly strong, so you can get away with a lot of stuff with this cordage. You do use cordage fast, but this stuff being 130 pounds, you can get away with a lot. And this stuff is probably close to as strong. And moving on from there, there is 3 of these discs. And what these are a fire extender, fire starter. You just fluff this thing up and hit it with a spark or light it with your lighter and it'll extend that flame out. It'll burn the whole way across this thing. So these are pretty big, but they're nice and flat, so they fit in this big tin fairly well. And as I was saying, this kit is 5 inches long and it's 3 inches wide, so you get a good bit of water in here. Now this I thought was pretty creative. It's this twine wrapped as the handle, and you have a duct tape and plastic sheath on this. It's hard plastic on the inside and then it's duct tape on the outside. And what you got with this thing, as you can tell, is it was a butter knife, but it's been sharpened pretty sharp. So it's not the finest knife you're ever going to see, but I imagine this thing was fairly cheap to make, and it is very sharp. You might even be able to use this for a notch. And actually, I think I'm playing with it here, and this backside is sharp too, so I probably should be a little bit more careful. But other than that, you can slide your pinky into this little lanyard, that cordage, and you can get you can get 3 fingers on it that way. And I mean, it's pretty neat for being made out of a butter knife. It's fairly sturdy, but in a pinch, I mean, this thing would work good. Let me take it out here and I'll show you how big it is on the other camera here. So as you can see there, it fits in my hand. I mean, that's pretty creative. You can get a lot of these sometimes for a really good price. And to be able to craft a knife blade out of this that you could actually use to skin or gut, that's pretty creative. So one thing I probably would do is heat this thing up bright red with a torch, at least the blade part of it, and dunk it in some hot water and see if you could get a little of that spring out of there. But as of now, this thing's hard. It's not going to bust. If anything, you could probably bend it, but I won't even try that. This would be good for cutting tasks around the camp, shaving some sticks or whatnot. So that's a pretty cool little blade. That is creativity at its finest. And moving on from there, we have a just regular non-lubricated Trojan condom for water carrying. Transportation, I guess. And here we have some coated wire, and this could be used like snare wire or for, you know, as another type of fastening. And there is like probably a 8-penny nail in this one. And I saw another one floating around here wherever it went. And here is a 12-penny nail. And it is wrapped in some more nylon cordage with a little piece of tape holding the end. I mean, there's a lot of cordage on this thing too. So this kit is very, very cordage heavy. And having the nails, that's a pretty cool thing to add in. So go from there, we have this is M40 Wilderness Survival. And it's just a branded pencil. Regular number 2 pencil. It's 4 inches long with the eraser still on it. And here's a keychain for something. And here we have a DermaSafe razor. So here is your secondary form of cutting. This is a redundancy basically. And it is a DermaSafe brand. I mean, it's actually pretty amazing. I only paid like $17 for this kit, plus a couple bucks shipping. It came out to less than $30. So what I got in here is actually pretty amazing. Here is a DermaSafe metal saw or wood saw. So that's pretty rare to see in a kit. You get a knife, you get a razor knife, and you get a DermaSafe saw, which I haven't found these. I was looking for these for my kits, and I had to go a completely different way. So just to see one of these DermaSafe, these things probably cost 10 bucks a piece right now. And then the next thing is one of these little push button lights, and this one actually is alive. And it has that same kind of feature where you can pull this block back and it'll turn it on, then your hand's free. So that's pretty neat. And these are brighter than what you think when you're out there. So here's the next item. This is a Tarp knives magnifying glass. And that's how far this thing comes out. So I've never had one of these before. I have one of Tarp's survival kits somewhere. But it has a little roller on it, inches and centimeters, and then it has the magnifying lens there. So this would be good for fire starting. And that thing just slides back in there to keep it from getting scratched up. And then here we have a nice thick 1/4 inch ferrocerium rod. And it looks to me like there is a maybe 1/8 inch drill bit in there, or maybe 3/16 inch drill bit. What that is for, I'm not sure, but I don't see any kind of handle to hook this bit to, but I guess maybe you can use this bit as a striker. It probably would work, but at that point I would probably try to use this knife or this saw. I'd be curious. I'm not 100% sure what the bit is for, but maybe you guys could elaborate in the comments what you think this drill bit is for. And then here we have a large piece of aluminum foil, just nice and flat. I hate to open these up all the way because then they're folding them back up, I damage them, and then they won't work on the real kit test. But as you can see, it's probably there's 8 inches. And there is 11 inches, so it's probably like a 12 by 12 sheet unfolded all the way, or 11 by 11. So that's a pretty good chunk. You could boil water in this or cook in this, and then you have 2 of these scalpel blades. So that yet another form of cutting tool. You get 2 scalpel blades, this knife, and the DermaSafe knife, plus the saw. And then if you use that cordage, the kit came with even more cordage. So, plus you have the tin to boil water in or cook in, and the lid to keep it all packed up. So, it's neat to check these kits out, even though you're not going to be able to buy this one anymore. It's neat to see what somebody else would pack into. Maybe this would give you an idea of something you could build with your kit. Let me come out here. This has been the Speedy Shipper Survival Kit. If you would like to see something added to this kit, let me know down in the comments what you would put in this to make it a little better. I am missing, it does have a shelter element in it, but I would like to see a space blanket, rescue blanket put into this. It would add a lot to it, even though you do have that little tiny tarp, 4x8. I mean, it's not small, but other than that, let me know in the comments what you guys would add to this to make it a little better. And other than that, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will catch you on the next one. All right, I am out here with the small kit, or the small flashlight from that survival kit, that little push button thumb one. And I just want to bring you out to the normal spot and shine this thing around just to show you you can get some decent light out of these little things. And I would recommend tossing a spare battery or 2 in there wrapped up so they can't discharge. But if you push that on, you can see here, you can see a good bit with these things. I mean, it's pitch black out here, and you can see this thing's tiny. It's not very big, but you can shine a good bit with this. So it doesn't take much light when it is pitch black like this to actually see what is going on around you. Like if you're working right here, there's plenty of light to see what you're doing. Now it's not no flashlight, a handheld, you know, AA, AAA, or even anything close, but it is pitch black out, so any light, even 1 lumen, is enough to work. As you can see, it's pitch black. There's a few stars up there, but no moon tonight. So other than that, this is the light from that survival kit, and thanks for watching.